Today is January 18th. I don't make no bones about it that I like Trump. And I really like him only for really one reason. Because he is so unconventional. I never thought I would live long enough to see a non-politician in the White House. So we have a non-politician in the White House. This is a guy who's never been a governor, he's never been a congressman, he's never been a senator. He has been a businessman his entire life. A world-renowned businessman who's built buildings across the globe. Now, you don't have to like him, and you can say all you want about him. I get it. But the reason people voted for him is because he's not conventional. He's not going to play like a typical politician. Why is that a big shock to all these schmucks who have been in office their entire careers? I live in the wonderful state of Illinois where Dick Durbin has been senator for so damn long, there's moss growing from his Senate seat. Honestly. These guys, particularly in this state, once they get in office, they never leave. And Illinois is rapidly becoming a shithole. I mean, I got a dash camera. I should really put it on just to show you the crumbling bridges and that I go over and go under every day. You would be amazed if you really seen it. But that's Illinois. So here's really the gist of this all. You have a government shutdown. Nancy Pelosi decides to send a letter to the president, tell him maybe he should postpone the State of the Union address, which is held in the halls of Congress. Okay, citing security concerns. So what does Trump do? He waits to the last minute to send her a letter and ground her flight, her federal flight, government flight overseas. Little congressional committee going over to see the troops, which I think is kind of funny, to be honest with you. Citing, and Trump's wording is citing the same wording as Pelosi's did, citing security concerns because of the government shutdown. Now, I'm watching the media on this, and they're having a meltdown over it. And of course, is it childish? Yes. And that's the best part of it. That's the best part of it. These are adult people doing what human beings do. Being humans. This is the first time in my life where I have seen politicians behave like they're humans. Most of the time, they pretend to have a stick stuck up their ass. Let's be honest. What do you think they're doing behind the closed doors when the camera isn't rolling? Do you think? I mean, it's getting interesting. I mean, this is why people voted for Trump. But you have a congresswoman the other day that said, impeach the motherfucker. Think about this. And then everybody gets in an uproar over it. I personally think that's really inappropriate. You want to talk about childish, that's somebody that's behaving like a 17-year-old, someone that was elected to Congress, and they can't find a little better way to express that. Trump is not eloquent at all. I don't want him to be eloquent. I want him to be real, and this guy is real. Trump is the kind of guy I can sit down with, and since he doesn't drink, and I don't drink, he's the kind of guy that can sit down with and just have a glass of something and just shoot the shit. Now, I would not have felt that way with Obama because Obama was full of shit. He was all smooth and polished, and he's not a working man. You think that guy has got, come on, man. I don't even know what the hell a community organizer was. He was a disgraced attorney. I hate lawyers as it is. Why do I, somebody that gives up their law license voluntarily did it because their senior partners came to them and says, you need to surrender this because whatever you did is not good. And whether you know it or not, that really happened to Obama. Obama voluntarily gave up his law license, and I don't really even know what he did, but he's not some guy I would sit down and hang out with. He's just not. I mean, I remember there's a picture of him riding around on a bicycle with a helmet on. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I'm sorry. I still ride a bicycle. I don't put a helmet on my head. I'd rather take the risk of falling and busting my head open. If you're that unconfident about riding a bicycle, maybe you shouldn't ride one. But that's just my personal, I understand why guys on motorcycles don't want to wear a helmet. I get it. I don't want to wear one when I'm riding a bicycle either. But once again, I digress. Trump was elected because he was unconventional. Because he appeals to, I think, everyday common Americans. If you look and see who voted for him, they're the ones that are, those people are ridiculed by all the people that live in urban centers. I spend my day working in urban centers. These people are shitheads. Honestly, I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it. I am in one of the largest urban centers in the nation every day. And I got to deal with people who can't even look you in the eye and talk to you. These are people that they don't even say hello when you say hi to them. I've traveled all over the country, and you get in urban centers, people are kind of cold and pathetic. These are not the people that voted for Trump. The people that voted for Trump they like the crudeness. I enjoyed the crudeness. This is enjoyable to me. Is it childish that you got this thing going on between Pelosi and it's a power play? It's about power, right? And I get it. It's tit for tat, but it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. And the media wants you to get all pissed off. The liberal media wants you to lose your marbles over and get angry. And the senators and the congressmen who hate Trump, they're all, the talking point is childish. The talking point is temper tantrum. But man, is it fun. This is enjoyable. I've said this a million times. Every day is like Christmas with President Trump. And I don't know if even if he gets impeached, I am thrilled that we had him that long. It'll be great to get another 4 years out of him. Because it's just non-stop real life action. It's like it's reality. And I absolutely love it. You'll never have another man like him. I don't care if anybody hates him. There's people that like, and this is why I will like him. I like him because he's real. He's not full of bullshit. I have seen politicians my whole life full of bullshit. Smooth talking, ass licking bullshit. This guy, he is crude and he is simple, but no matter what anybody says, this guy he's not stupid. He's not unintelligent. And if you think he is, you totally underestimate this guy. I mean, honestly. And I don't want to even... I hear enough bullshit from people who think they know better. Look, I couldn't build a real estate empire. I'm not smart enough to do that. Honestly. I'm smart enough to do a lot of things that other people can't do, but I'm not that smart. But, yeah, in case you haven't read the letter that Trump sent Pelosi, it'll go down in the annals of history. And the funny thing is history has a way of judging presidents long after they're gone. So people can bitch and complain about Trump all they want. You really don't know the impact he has in the future. It could be bad. It could be good. Because you don't know what the future holds. But regardless of the rhetoric from the left, regardless of impeach the motherfucker, that ain't happening anytime soon. None of that is happening anytime soon. So in the meantime, enjoy the ride. If you don't like them, please, I hope you enjoy your shingles. Because I know some of these people are getting shingles. That's the best part. The people that don't lose sleep, the people that are losing weight, and every day, look, I got to get up and go to work every day. I don't have time to worry if Nancy Pelosi gets a letter from the president. It's amusing to me. And I don't know how this plays out in Washington. I love to hear what goes on when the doors are closed. You can bet none of those people, senators, congressmen alike, don't want their dirty laundry aired. They really don't. I can't imagine how filthy some of them are. And they all want to pretend that that they are these noble, incredible people. Well, they're not. They're human beings. They're human beings that pretend to have decorum, and they don't. There's nothing worse than phony. There's nothing worse than fake. There's nothing worse than bullshit with people. You can put on a good face, but if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. And lots of people think I'm a piece of shit, but I could care less. I know my existence is not dependent upon what other people think of me. So enjoy President Trump while you can, because, man, he is so much fun. He makes, some people think he makes life miserable, but I think he makes life in this country is just so much more enjoyable and interesting, particularly because half the country's melting down over him, and that's the best part. All the vile, disgusting human beings are the ones having meltdowns. That's the best part. The pink pussy hat people are the ones melting down, and that is beyond priceless. And I will never see that ever happen again in the rest of my life, because eventually they're going to gain power, and everything is just... it's just going to be... their idea of what is right and what is wrong is just going to be a real shit fest. And I'll still have to figure out a way how to feed myself when men are still trying to figure out how they're women, and women are still trying... basically, how you have a whole bunch of men trying to figure out actually thinking they're women. They're still going to be trying to figure that out long after Trump is gone.